Hello, hello. I wanted to contact and connect with all of you beautiful people, all of my friends and family, and anyone else who could use an inspiring message. I'm doing much better than I did yesterday. Yesterday, I got hit pretty hard with all of the stuff that's happening within our communities and within our planet and our world and our country, with all of the virus and all of the fear and will there be food? Will there be enough supplies? And how are we going to get through this? So I was hit really hard yesterday and triggered super deeply with everything that has been coming up for us as a community and people. And today I did my meditation work, my journaling, and I got really clear. Going through the emotions and processing it and doing as much as I could yesterday to stay within my own positivity. It was still rocking my world pretty big, and it really deeply triggered me into a time in my life. For those of you who know me, know that I lost my late husband 10 years ago. January 8th, 2010, he passed from melanoma, and I was completely shaken up with that. My world went like completely upside down. It's like, you take one of those beautiful hourglass things and you turn it upside down and the sand just completely goes from one end to another. That's a lot of how it felt, really out of control. It wasn't what I was intending. It wasn't where I wanted my life to go. I didn't plan on him being ill. I didn't plan on him being sick. And with tragedies, as a lot of you probably already know, who have experienced huge, tumultuous times in your life, you probably already know what that feels like. And what I've been called to share today in my heart is just the inspiration that I've received, that having gone through those kind of things and living through the last 10 years daily and being able to survive and live through that, just to be able to share the things that are working for me. And I hope that me sharing and my authenticity and what has worked for me might just give you that hope and give you that little bit of inspiration to keep going and to utilize this time to really go within, to find your own answers, and to connect deeply with yourself and with everyone else. So as I sat and I did my journaling this morning and yesterday, even, working on staying in my, positive attitude, looking for the good, looking for, what is right about this. And of course I've been following a lot of Louise Hay and You Can Heal Your Life, and a few other people that I follow, from Danette May to listening to great things from Esther Hicks, and just I fill my time, my space, anytime I YouTube or I'm videoing, I'm listening to inspirational speaking and positive affirmations, and I've just always done that, even before my late husband got sick, and that is a lot of what has assisted me to get through the most desperate, devastating times in my life that could otherwise have been even more difficult. So one of the things that I was called to share today was that, just to remember that the affirmation I just keep repeating to myself over and over again, is that my life is working out for me and that all is well, and out of this situation, only good will come to me. So all is well in my life, and out of this situation, only good will come to me. And if you can stay in that and maintain that and always be looking for, what is the gift in this? What is the gift in this moment? And if you can stay in that moment, which when you're going through grief, when you're going through, okay, I've hit rock bottom, like there's nowhere else to go. I'm meeting myself. This is the dark night of the soul. This is where I'm at. There's nowhere else to go. Then being in the moment is really the gift. And I found that through grief and through the passing of my late husband, that just being in the moment was my saving grace, as well as my son, who was the light of my life and saved me in a lot of regards. My little buckets of joy, my kids, definitely tap into that, because kids, they just are a natural resource of joy. And if you can just stay in the moment with your joy or your pet or whatever it is that brings you happiness, then in that moment, I'm okay. If I start futurizing and start thinking, oh my gosh, what if the stores don't have this? What if my spouse or so-and-so gets sick, or what if they do die, or if what if. When I live in the what if, then I'm just living in fear, and I'm not living in love. I'm not living in my own moment in space and time, and I'm not actually being present to what the gift of now is. And that is the biggest gift you can look for, and to really just in every moment, where's the beauty, where's the beauty, where's the beauty. And being a photographer and studying photography and looking for the beauty everywhere I go, that has absolutely assisted me in seeing different perspectives and looking at things from a space of, okay, how can I see this differently? I'm looking at it in one way, and whether I'm looking at it and I'm really sad or really upset or really scared, I can say, okay, well, how else can I look at this differently? If I had a camera with a lens, how would I look at this in a different perspective? And how can I change that perspective and really just be in the moment? And I'm not saying deny your emotions or to just put your head in the sand and not be with what is. Part of it is accepting, but then saying, okay, I don't see it now. I don't know why this is happening, this thing that feels so awful and that is absolutely not what I want. And in the end, how is this preparing me for my next step or my next chapter, even if it's not something that I wanted? Because I'll tell you, when my late husband died, I did not want him to die. I didn't want to have to go create a whole new life or to find another love. And yet I did. And I'm so glad that I did. And I can't imagine my life without him or without my sweet children and the child that I got to be mom to, because my now husband, he was also widowed, and he brought along with him his sweet boy who had lost his mama when he was 4 months old. So I get to be his mom, and what a gift that is. So I just really look at all the gifts that I get to be with everything that seems so awful and so negative. Like, what is it setting me up for? Because it's got to be better. And that's the thing I kept telling myself over and over again is, you know, as much as I miss him, my late husband, as much as I didn't want him to die, like, I will still thrive. I will still have a great life, and I still can have an amazing, happy life. And let no one steal your joy. Let nobody tell you that you can't have what you want, even when it looks completely devastating to you. Even when it looks like everything is falling apart, there is still hope if you look for it. And if you can just be, in this moment, I'm still alive, I'm still breathing. If it's even the smallest thing, like I have water to drink. Right now, I have food. Right now, I can look outside and it's beautiful and there's sun shining. If you can just be in that gratitude. And I know everyone's hearing this all over in lots of different places, that gratitude attitude will save you and take you so far. And really, that is one of the things to stretch for, is gratitude. Gratitude, stay in the moment, be with what is, and just remember that what is happening now is happening somehow, in some way, for a reason that you might not be able to see yet, but just trying to be in the trust and pull back and say, okay, I don't know why this is happening, but let me find the gift. Let me find the lesson. What am I supposed to learn from this? How can I grow from this? And where is the beauty in this? Because even though it might really look ugly and really just be falling apart, crumbling, your entire puzzle pieces are shattered all over the floor, and you've got to figure out how to pick them up and put them back together. Where's the beauty in that? Where's the beauty in the decay and the destroying of what is? What's falling apart and what is coming together to create something completely new. And even though you may not love it right now, and you may not ever figure out the exact why, but there is lesson, there's learning, and there's beauty all around us no matter what. So that would be my message to everyone, and I hope that that brings you some sense of peace, or some sense of being able to utilize this time, this tumultuous time of the world and the globe going through this coronavirus situation, that we can all utilize this time to really be with ourselves, to love on each other, love ourselves first, to go within, to really take that hibernation time to say, okay, how can I go in, love myself, find my peace, find my gratitude, be with my fear, and say, hi, thanks for sharing, and I'm going to actively seek being in the now and being in the present and being grateful for whatever it is, whether it's I'm grateful that my bed is warm, I'm grateful that I slept last night, I'm grateful that I have coffee this morning, whatever it is that you have in your life right now, that you have running water, that you have toilets that flush, whatever it is right now that you have in this moment, the more you can be grateful for, the more you step into that energy and you raise your vibration, you raise your attitude, and you can be more of a beacon and a hope to everyone else, because that's really what is going to be your guide and your compass through this entire situation, because we don't know what happens tomorrow, but the truth is we never did. And when my late husband passed, I did not know what I was going to do in the next moment and the next moment, and I had to learn a new normal of my living day to day, every day. What was I going to do? How was I going to support myself and my son? And who was I after my late husband passed? Because there's a complete identity shift after you lose a spouse, and there's a whole lots of layers that I still unlayer. Even to this day, 10 years later, I'm still learning and I'm still finding gifts in that. And yes, I was completely triggered yesterday into that feeling again, into that state, into that sense of like, oh my gosh, the shoe is gonna, that other shoe is gonna drop, that feeling or that sense of this impending doom, or what if it could be that bad? But also there's that denial part, because I went into denial, because I think sometimes part of us needs to have a little bit of that, and in our bodies, scientifically, they do go into shock during periods of time that we can only handle so much. In grief and all that, you can only handle so much, and your adrenals can only handle so much. So being in the moment, being present, and just breathing, remembering to breathe and take a step back, go within. This is a perfect time to do that. Can help a lot. It's definitely worked for me in my moments of complete and utter just a loss for what to do and how to move forward or what steps to take, to just breathe. And sometimes the best thing is just to be grateful, to just be looking for the beauty and staying in the now, in the present. So I hope that brings you some stillness and some peace and some sense or a guide for yourself. If you haven't been doing any meditation or journaling or any inner work, I recommend it. You can start small. Take a walk, and a walking meditation can be amazing, or just sitting in the sunshine and being grateful for the sun on your face. Any little thing that you can find to bring you joy, whether it's painting or reading, whatever it is, find that joy. And the more we can all find that joy together, the more our immune systems are going to be boosted, and the more we're going to be able to come together once this is all past, and we'll be stronger for it. We'll be able to be grateful for all the people that we've missed, and the experiences and the shopping and the abundance that's completely surrounding us. I mean, what a wake-up call, right? What a wake-up call to say, wow, how much of my life is so supported by all of the people, from the farmer to the person who has brought the food from the farmer to the grocery store, to all of the things, from factory workers to people who are providing clean water for us to drink and taking care of our garbage and our sewer, and how much we're so integrated into each other, and how when that system breaks down, how much less wonderful life is without each other. So I really hope this experience will touch all of our hearts in a way that will remind us that we're so interconnected, that we're so one planet, that we're such a one people, and that we all want the same thing. We all want love, we all want to be in joy, we all want to be living our bliss, and we all want to be recognized, and we all thrive on our interconnectedness and being able to have the opportunity to share our hearts and our lives with each other, because we really are interdependent and interconnected on such deep and profound ways. And this is absolutely the perfect time to wake up to that, to get centered in ourselves. And when we come back to being able to interact fully, that we will absolutely come at that experience with such a deep gratitude for every person that we come across and every service we receive and everything that we have in our life, that it's just a deepening of our gratitude. So I invite you to just look at this as an opportunity and keep asking yourself the question, how can I see this as an opportunity? Where are the opportunities here? Where is the beauty? What's the lesson? What am I to learn from this? And feel free to share. Share what you've learned. Share what is on your heart, and your perspective, because you never know who it's going to inspire, who it's going to assist, and how that will affect people, and try to be the beacons of light. That's ultimately the deep healing that we all get to do, is just to be in love. So choose love every day, only love, and look for the beauty. So that's my 2 cents. I hope that you receive it in the most beautiful, fantastic way, and know that I love you. Ciao.